Okay, I'm back. You may notice my hair's a little longer because actually it wasn't a period of just a few minutes like I was expecting. I was called away, and then it took me a good couple days to get back. Almost 2 weeks now. So finally, I'm back and recording another part of this game. Whew, hopefully I remember everything that happened because my memory's not as good as it once was. Okay, so to sum up, Fantastic Hunt Tales by D. Niles. Love that name. So it looks like there was sort of an incident where people, like mutilated, half-eaten bodies were floating up on the shore. And at first they were just blaming the African people who were there, like immigrants and such, who were working out in the swamps, and they thought that because of like voodoo and stuff like that, that they were probably sacrificing these people. But then as it came around, this guy went out and he was trying to figure out what was going on out there, and then they found him a while later, and he was, overgrown, like beard, hair, and he was rambling, and he was really just off his rocker, and it's just really Cthulian tones throughout the story. It says that he cried out that he was one with them, and he spoke to him in a dream, and his awakening was to come soon. So that is probably fish people, like deep ones. That's probably who he was talking to, Watson. So that's all very interesting. Now, let's see if I can remember exactly what it was we were supposed to be doing here.
This metal tube is approximately 40 centimeters in length and 18 in diameter. It bears a small tag which reads, "This one without defect. My sincere apologies, E. Otis."
What the devil are you doing, Holmes?
I don't know, Watson. Do I look like a man with a plan? That looks so comfortable. It kind of makes me tired.
A newspaper from 5 days ago. Someone has torn the last page. Well, it seems Arnson tried his hand at a small riddle in this newspaper. How strange. He does not seem the type to take interest in mathematical conundrums.
Holmes says his name different.
Here!
You! There!
Here you are, Watson.
What are you guys talking about? You were over here. Watson was right exactly where he just teleported to. What was that about? Come on.
Very interesting.
Oh, you guys are silly. Oh. Oh, okay, so I guess top and bottom is up and down. That makes sense.
This isn't right.
Sure
Perhaps if I begin again.
About this. This looks intimidating. Maybe we should come back to that. See if I remember anything out here. I don't know if we went out here or not. Can we get into this room?
I won't do that.
What do you mean you won't do that?
I cannot do this.
Well, that's better. I won't do that. I think he said that earlier. Why would you say, why can't he just say, I can't do that? Or, I don't think it's time for me to do it. So anything, except, I won't do that. I'm going to be a sassy little bitch. I won't do that. You can't stop me. Let's see. That goes back into the murder room. That's the kitchen, if I remember. That's the back door. Nice to see you, Watson. This was, that servant dude's room. And this was the room with the person behind it. Okay, just re-affiliating myself. I'm sorry, I stepped on your head, Mr. Gardner. Just re-affiliating myself with all of these settings just to make sure that I haven't forgotten anything important. Let's check on our inventory here. Oh, I guess that's the paper we picked up. In order to wind up this unique watch, you need to find the figures corresponding to those of the clock according to the same logic. 2 digits are already marked to help you figure out what method to use. Good luck. space, exclamation point. Solutions on the last page. Shame we don't have those solutions, huh? Okay, so... I'm going to take some time to figure out what this puzzle is, because I'm sure... It was very nice, Mr. Arneson looks like he gave us 2 extra numbers, so that's very nice of him. I'm pretty sure that this is going to be the combination of that safe. So I'm going to have to figure that out. Okay, I'll be back. I think I figured out the logic here. So, it's if I'm correct about this, it's actually a very good puzzle. I'm pretty pleased with it, with the logic behind this, because it was fun and it was interesting. So what I believe is the case here is that the inner numbers are the amount of numbers by which the outer numbers can be divided. I'm not sure I'm saying that in a clear way, but basically, I'll give it to you this way. So the only numbers that 3 can be divided by is 1 and 3. So there's 2 factors that 3 can be divisible by. Same with 9. There are 3 factors that 9 can be divided by. 1, 3, and 9. Same with 10. Same with 7. So because of this, we can figure out the solution. I have not tried this, so I don't know if it's going to work. This may be silly and a flop, and I might have to go back to the drawing board.
Very interesting.
But that, to me, made sense of the numbers that we were given. And so, I've written down my solution here. Sorry, that was a little confusing. I hope this works. I hope I didn't just waste my time. Yeet.
Nothing can stop an inventive and logical mind.
It's true. Oh my gosh. Watson, don't do that. Oh, sweet little Derringer.
Bah, it's only an air pistol. I would be hard-pressed to shoot a nestling from a branch with this weapon. Besides, it's not even loaded.
An air pistol, huh? Okay. You really need to chill out, bro. Yeah, Derringers are notoriously hard to be able to actually shoot a dang thing with them. It's really... They're not the easiest. Let's see if I can do anything now. With this door, maybe I'll be able to get in now. Yeah! Sweet. No! No!
Watson, that shouting. Something is happening.
Something is
This
going
must have
on,
come from
man.
the stables, Holmes.
Where are you? Oh, there you are. Something is happening here, guys. I can't say for certain what it is, but something is happening. Yeah, nothing serious is going on, Holmes. You need to chill because, listen, nobody, read as much about killers as I have, and I'll tell you what, nobody would let their victim scream like that. That scream lasted like 30 seconds. Nothing of real danger. I saw that little teleportation.
This must have come from the stables, Holmes.
Well, if you didn't freeze me up and make it impossible to move by talking to me, maybe we'd be out there by now. Well, they're probably not, because I'm bitching about this, but... Dude, that's just hilarious. Like, what person would let their victim scream like that for like 30 seconds without even trying to cover their mouth or stop them?
They've bolted the door. There's no time for anything else. We must force it open. Quickly, Watson. We must find something to serve as a battering ram.
No, I
We must
disagree.
act quickly, Holmes.
I disagree. I remember how Holmes got this door open the first time. We just stare at it and go, "Open!"
They've bolted the
Open!
door. There's no time for anything else. We must
Okay, well,
We
fine.
must act.
What? Why is it suddenly stopping me from moving while they're talking? It hasn't done that the rest of the game. Yeah, I wonder, what could we use as like a big battering ram, huh?
Watson, this can serve as a ram to take down the door.
There we go.
This must...
I am
What do you-
trying, Watson. Can
what do
you
you-
chill out? Stop stopping me from walking. Nobody expects the Spanish to... Did you see Holmes? Please tell me you saw Holmes. Oh, okay, Watson, you're... Whoa, whoa. Getting a
Watson,
little
tend to
handsy
her.
there, Doctor.
Holmes, hold on. There is
I
a
can't see
message
you.
pinned to this unhappy woman.
You could tell me anything. I
Holmes,
can't see it.
She is still in shock. I must stay with her.
I guess I'm here because I don't want to see what Watson was doing. He was getting a little handsy. Yeah, Watson, you bet. Whoa. Watson, watch your hands, man. Good golly. Well, look at both of his hands. Jeez Louise. Dr. Watson is one hashtag away from being Me Too'd. Okay, let's see. What was the letter? Do you think that in this city, the life of one English detective is worth much more than that of a black maidservant? Final warnings, Mr. Holmes. That's my impersonation of the sheriff. I hope you liked it. I worked really hard at it for the last 2 weeks, trying to perfect my sheriff impression. I'm such a jerk. Rawr, rawr, bear, rawr. A bear, as Charlton Heston would say. Okay, so this is pretty cool. It looks like a big trophy room. I guess that makes sense. I suppose Arneson is more of a trophy hunter than a, kill it and eat it for food sort of hunter, I suppose. Got some beautiful little ducky geese. I think those are ducks. Pretty sure they're ducks. Histoire. Oh, poor baby. I'm not much for... I'm not much for... What would you even really... What's the proper word you'd really call it? Like hunting just for trophies. Is it just trophy hunting? I'm not really a fan of that.
Arneson should be in these pictures.
Well, he should be. Sadly, all that's there is...
A lovely piece. I must say it's the highlight of this exhibition, but I dare say it shall prove useful.
what looks like a camel pulling a horse carriage. Never seen that before. More bears. It's just like being at home for me. Where I live, there's a lot of black bears. Any good books? Maybe? No.
Ingenious. Standing on the stone activates some mechanism.
What? What?
Yes, there is something here.
Oh, I see. It's like marked out. There's like a
Ingenious. Standing on the stone activates some mechanism.
button in the floor. Okay. My best trophy is a goat? Okay. I guess this thing is a horn.
This Arneson has a good sense of humor. He and this girl should be very close. Perhaps she
Oh.
has some information.
That's so sweet. His
This
best trophy
Arneson
is
has a
his
good sense of
girl.
humor. He and this girl should be very close. Perhaps she
So
has some
sweet.
information.
Oh my gosh. Big, big. Ha! Pumbaa, no! What is this thing?
Yes, there is something here.
Do I have anything that'll... Well, what is this?
Strange drawing. It says, only the best gunmen earn the finest arms.
Okay, I agree, but what is this thing supposed to be doing? Like, reflecting all this nonsense into an image on the mirror of the pipe? Holmes, Holmes didn't even say anything like, oh, this reflective surface could be used as a mirror or anything like that. That's a weird one. I've never seen anything quite like that. This is beautiful. Can I say anything about it? Maybe?
This picture is sinister.
Sinister. It's gorgeous. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know if you could hear my phone go off. It's gorgeous.
Surely there is something behind this fresco. This hole must be part of some mechanism.
Hole. Oh, I guess there's a hole in the eye. I'm sure it in some way connects to this.
Ingenious. Standing on the stone activates some mechanism.
Holmes, you really don't have to say it 18 times. I got the point after the first 12. Okay, do I have anything that I can use, maybe? No? Guess we'll go see what Watson's up to.
This should prove useful.
Okay. I think before he said something like, nice lemons, or something like that, didn't he? Maybe we can use this as a weight? I would have thought we would have just taken lemons off of it, because we read that thing about the mosquitoes, as Watson calls them.
Nice lemons.
Nice lemons. Okay. Let's go see if Watson's done taking care of, was it Miss Eula, I believe was her name? Maybe find something we can use also for the fresco. Watson, are you done feeling this poor lady
Holmes,
up?
she is still in shock. I must stay with her.
You're still in shock.
We would do best to divide our force.
You keep groping her. Why do you do that? It just makes me feel really uncomfortable, Watson. Well, is there anything out here? Can I see one of these things?
This should prove useful.
I saw these earlier and I couldn't figure out. I still am not sure what they are. They look almost like metal tomato plant stakes. I wanted to call them spikes, but they're stakes. You know what I'm talking about. I'm so glad I figured out how to run.
Nice lemons.
I just like hearing him say that. Can I like ram it through the eye?
Nothing can stop an inventive and logical mind.
Yeet, yeet. I'm not entirely sure what this whole mechanism was like about, though. I mean, I understand it's a lock for the secret door, but like, what exactly? How was he supposed to do that? Oh, there's bars on it. Well, I guess that makes sense. It's a secret room. You don't want people getting in. I'm not sure exactly how he was supposed to. Where is it? Oh no, they didn't like quite load into the scene. They're just kind of oopsie, like silhouettes. I wanted to see what kind of guns he had. Oh well.
It is possible to take down an elephant with one shot using these weapons.
Oh.
Unfortunately, the metal grid is too solid to break through.
Oh, I bet they're beautiful. Oh, okay, we get some letters.
Very interesting.
I'll probably just read these ones. Let's go. Northwood Agency. Oh, so Arneson must have known the Northwood Agency guy, Amos Colby, or been associated with him in some way. Let's find out. Sorry, idle speculation. I'd rather do that than actually read.
Dear sir, it was with great surprise and interest that I received your letter. It would seem the link between your employee and the affair which commands us is not accidental. First of all, before answering your question, I must implore you to avoid any risk in the steps you take to assist us. The greater the sums involved, the less scruples criminals maintain. Such men are incapable of pity and are most ruthless. And as you know, according to our client, the amount involved is considerable. Did they try to trademark the word considerable? Is that what I'm looking at? They did! Look at that! That's a trademark symbol! The amount involved is considerable. Brought to you by the Consideration Company. Good golly, that is goofy. That's gotta be a typo. I contacted our clients and submitted your proposal, which she accepted unconditionally. As you already know, the restitution of the stolen goods is not our only goal. Our agency would add a substantial bonus to the authorized sum, should your efforts prove to be the deciding factor in the resolution of this crime. Unfortunately, the agent in charge of the case, whom you have met, is presently in Europe. Rest assured, he will contact you immediately upon his return. If anything of importance occurs in the meantime, please contact me without delay. Sincerely yours, E. Spears, Director of the Northwood Agency.
The plot thickens, eh?
The same woman seen in the trophy photograph.
To my darling Errol, This bouquet will forever be the true symbol of our love, Lacey. Well, considering it's a black and white photo and the flowers are in colors, I'm guessing that's important.
How dreary, the swamp. We must hold fast, as it is imperative that we go there tonight.
Told you.
Everything in good time. First, I must find Watson.
I am certain that I said earlier that I thought we would end up going to the swamps. Whew, let's dive right into it. More reading.
Ashmat tries to meet and make friends with these men, who are strangers to our language, mainly Chinese, Indians of various tribes, and those of Africa. He says that he intends to teach them the language, and thanks to these skills, they may find other work. But where Colin heard him speak with a stranger at the gate, Colin has a decent memory and good ear for a gardener. Okay, so Colin is the gardener, the man we saw murdered downstairs. Here's what he heard and would recall. Search among the branches near Old Sam's racks. Pass in front of the Demon Rock. Take a left in front of the jellyfish. They will not be hungry that night. Sing high the call with strength so they will know you. A fisherman told me he was often out alone in the swamp late in the evening. That's why he has such a nasty appearance, and he is never there in the morning. There is something of great importance hidden in the swamp. I'm sure of it. I should not have spoken to the sheriff. Since then, Ashmat has become distant and wary. I am done with his impudence. If he does not come forward with what I need to know, then I shall confront him this evening. By God, that scoundrel will tell me everything he knows, or I shall throw him out the door and report him to the authorities.
Okay. Very interesting. So, Ashmat is that servant guy, and I'm getting the feeling that Ashmat killed Colin the gardener.
Perhaps it is time to take care of this young man. Everything
It's
in
Davy!
good time. First, I must find Watson.
It's the brother. It's Eula's brother. Okay, for some reason, I think I was thinking before that it was the murderer still hiding in there. It makes a lot more sense. I'm glad to know Davy's okay, because, of course, Eula's going to be very sad if anything happens to him. Oh, look at that. Oh, honey, I saw how you were looking at him. Are
Watson,
you okay?
read this. It sheds light on a dark and sinister enterprise.
Arneson was in contact with the Northwood Agency.
Mm-hmm.
He wanted to inform them about the activities of Ashmat. But why?
Because his servant was secretly selling the same stolen jewelry sought by this agency. How is she, Watson?
It will be difficult for her to speak for some time.
She
had
won't
a
be
narrow
talking.
escape.
Can she walk?
Yes, but why?
Come with me. Your brother is behind this door, miss. He is
And
wounded,
that door is
but only
huge.
superficially. It is extremely urgent that he opens this door. Can you call to him? Perhaps it will draw him out.
She won't be talking for a while. What does
David.
Holmes ask her to do? Talk.
David,
Young
Oh,
man, I
Watson
know that
was
you
wrong.
can hear and understand me. We are here at the request of your sister, who is with us now. She is very worried about you, and rightly so. The man with me is a doctor. He is going to look at your wound and ease your suffering. Please
Permanently.
come out. Everything will be all right.
open the door, Davy. These gentlemen talk true. Come on now. Open up the door for Eula.
They misjudged the size of the figures in
Miss,
those
you should
shots
go and
because
get some
that door
food
looked
for your
huge
brother. He must be very hungry.
and kind of
Have you finished,
shifty-eyed.
Watson?
Well, yes.
Very well. Please understand, my young lad, and you too, Miss Eula. We are here to solve an affair that risks many people's lives. Furthermore, we have very short time to save them. As for you, young man, you know some very important things. You must tell us everything and leave nothing out.
But what are you going...
Listen to me. I will tell you a story. David,
Don't talk over
5
me,
days ago,
Eula.
at night, you were woken up by noises from the dining room. First, you heard the voice of the gardener, and then a loud blow to the floor. You got up and took the candle, which was lit. Then you went to the dining room. On your way, you found something on the floor and picked it up. It was likely a piece of paper. Afterwards, you went to the door of the dining room and saw the dead body of Colin the gardener soaking in a pool of blood. You also saw Ashmat, the other servant, dragging Mr. Arnson, who seemed dead, towards the door. Ashmat saw you, struck at you with his knife, and caught you in the arm. Seeing that this blow had not killed you, he raised his knife to strike again and eliminate the only witness to his heinous crime. But something stayed his hand. The item you picked up was far more important. He paused to snatch it up, giving you time to run away and barricade yourself in your room.
But if you were there, why didn't you do anything?
Mr. Holmes was not there, miss. But if he tells you that things have happened in such a way, you should believe him without any doubt.
He's pretty accurate.
You are a kind of hoodoo man.
In some way.
Don't test me.
Do this man tell it true? Is this what happened? The good man saved us both. Do what he tells you, Davy.
Listen to your sister, young man. Now, Davy, can you recall what was on that piece of paper? Think hard now.
His eyes are kind of terrifying.
Watson, your notebook. Be attentive to everything he draws and copy it down exactly.
Scribbling sound effect.
Holmes,
Whoa!
can we trust these figures and make sense of them? I mean to say, consider this boy's affliction.
Ah, this boy. A strange one, isn't he? Watson, let's escort him and his sister to her employer.
Remember, they did
This
say he
be
had
the
a
Gallagher's
fabulous
place.
memory for numbers.
Thanks, misters.
Miss Euler, we should be thanking you. Now, take good care of your brother. Watson, we must move quickly. The enemy is close at hand, and there's another place we've yet to examine.
Well, I agree. However, first we need to go back and get some lemons. Because otherwise, we're going to get eaten alive. I think that's what Watson said, wasn't it? Like, we shall be devoured by mosquitoes, or something like that. It's really funny the way he said, mosquitoes. Nice lemons.
Nice lemons.
Oh, I guess we have to trigger the event. I really wish there was a map of the house, don't you, Watson? That'd be really nice so that we could just teleport around the house, but I guess we're just going to have to go back down here. Yay! It's the Walking Slowly show. Yay!
Yes, Watson, we must pass this way. Before we venture further, we must find some protection from this merciless insect horde. Wait for me here.
Whoa! Still don't like when he does that. Okay, through the magic of editing, we shall go at warp speed!
Look at me go, I'm flying, I'm going through the door, I'm climbing up the stairs at lightning speed, I am faster than the speed of light, I am faster than the speed of sound, I have hit Mach 2081, I am faster than any known creature. This should prove useful. And now we're going back down, I'm fleeing as fast as I can. Fly, you fool, says Gandalf, and I shall take his advice. I shall fly to Watson, take the lemon of power, and I shall pass!
Ah, Holmes! There are thousands of these mosquitoes.
Do you want some lemon there, buddy?
Watson, cover yourself with lemon juice. It will protect you
With
from the mosquito
lemon
stings.
Do you know any similar trick to avoid the sting of bullets? We likely need it soon.
Well, not in game, but in real life I have some body armor. I could give it to you. It's only like level 3 apes, but I mean, it should do something.
There are signs of a struggle here. Perhaps Arnson regained his senses and fought back. Blood, and in large quantities. This bush has been stripped of its lower leaves and slightly uprooted. Someone grabbed hold of the brambles and refused to let go. His adversary, unable to get him down due to the man's tight grasp, must have cut off his hand. I would say his right.
What a horror!
Rather, and quite determined.
You don't sound that convicted by it, Watson. What a horror. Ooh. Okay.
A boat was waiting here. Watson, it seems everything
swamp.
leads to the swamp. How can we get there?
Champagne. It's the only man I know who could possibly help us out.
Watson, we must move quickly. The enemy is close at hand, and there's another place we've yet to examine.
Another place we've yet to examine. Where? Another place we've yet to examine. What else do we have? We got Davy's numbers. The note. Oh, flowers. I bet we have to pick... I bet that Arneson picks these flowers himself. We'll probably want to get those first. They're probably from his garden, if I had to guess.
This should prove useful.
Oh, I almost didn't see that.
This should prove useful. This should prove useful.
We must find that fisherman. The one at the docks
That was
who
it.
gave us information. He could help us.
You're quite right, Watson. Besides, it would be wise to visit a young woman.
So glad that I looked at
A
that.
young woman?
Because otherwise I would have just been looking all over the place, trying to find an area that we hadn't seen before. I'm really glad that I saw that picture.
Run, Watson, run!
Run, Watson, run! Watson, run away! My friend, you gotta run, 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 run! Watson, run away! If you've never seen that musical, you're gonna be kind of confused. Sorry.
We outran them, Holmes. Is this supposed to reassure me?
Is what supposed to reassure you? The fact that we outrun them? We outran them! Come on, how can that not reassure you? You good golly, you're just never grateful for anything. Hey there, Champagne. I got a bottle of some sweet stuff for you.
Will this cover the cost of a boat?
It been kept
Bottle of
in a
champagne,
bad
in
way.
parentheses.
My foot, it warm now for sure. All this'll get you them planks from the woodpile around there.
And one of your lanterns.
Sold.
Ah, good business
What do you
practice right
expect
there.
to do with this, Holmes? Build a raft?
Yes, I shall build a glorious raft with the lantern on the front, and we'll sail into the swamps. Cthulhu will never expect us to travel that way. Okay, now if I had to guess, that lady who came out on the top of the boat when the sheriff saw her, I'm guessing that is probably Lacey. I think that was her name, right? Lacey. Hello again, redhead mermaid. I missed you. Hope you guys can hear that. There's great music coming out of there.
Good evening, my darlings. Come to have a little fun, have you?
Well,
Watson, you're
No, no.
married!
We came to give this bouquet to one of your boarders. You know who I'm talking about. We have something very important to say to her.
Watson, stop considering it when pimps ask you to do stuff. Want to have some fun? There you are.
Good evening. You brought these flowers? Who are you? What's happened to...
Mr. Arnson? We still do not know exactly what has happened with the gentleman, but we are here to try and find out. Listen to me, miss.
Lucy?
My dear Miss Lucy,
Oh,
my friend and I
Lucy.
have come here all the way from England. You may have seen us this morning with the sheriff.
That you looked like an
Are
A.
you working for him?
No, actually we suspect him of obstructing our investigation. Our case has some remote connection with Mr. Arnson, so we went to his home to talk with him. While there, we found evidence he has been abducted and one of his servants had been murdered.
Kidnapped? But why?
I don't know, but time is running out. Please tell us what you know about Mr. Arnson. And, Miss Lucy, omit nothing. Even the most trivial of facts may prove to be of great importance.
He is such a kind man and had promised we would be married this autumn. He arrived in New Orleans about 2 years ago. He's a hunter and was to stay but a few weeks. He was after something in the swamp, Lord knows what. Then we met here. I had just started working, you see. Madam said that she would let me leave only if my debts and worth to her was paid off in full. A few weeks ago, Mr. Arneson, said that he had the solution. Maybe he had the money and was kidnapped by people who wanted it. It would have been a small fortune to most folks around here.
And you know where he could have hidden it?
Oh, I don't care about the money. If it could bring me back Errol, I'd give it away gladly. He showed me a secret room upstairs. He shoots with a gun to open it. He says that nobody else can succeed but a real marksman. Behind the wall is a cupboard with weapons and a little box hidden behind a big rifle. His money is inside. To open the gate of the cupboard, he uses signet ring that he wears on his right hand. But how can any of this help you? You don't have his ring.
You have been of greater assistance than you may realize, Miss Lucy. If Mr. Arnson is still alive, we shall bring him back to you. Come on, Watson.
Okay. I got 2 questions. The first is...
Watson, let's pay a visit to this Arnson.
Why the camera shifted when I took control. Okay, so the first one is... I think she meant a signet ring rather than he uses signet ring. And the second thing is this. How did he use a gun to open the secret door? I'm just not sure how you could pull that off.
Would you be so
Ooh.
kind as to explain to me why we are coming back with these wood planks?
We are
Cinematic.
searching for a signet ring, Watson.
And how do these
It's on
planks
his
help us
hand. It got
find
cut off.
We must recover the hand that wears it, so we must find a way to lure its finder.
But whom
There
are
were
you
no-
talking about, Holmes?
What is that shot? Was that supposed to be Watson and we were just like clipping through him? What was that? Why was this just empty shots of nothing? Okay. Please never ever make that face at me again. I can't even look at the screen when he's on there. Who has his signet ring? The raccoons. Honestly, it's kind of sad. It took me a moment to think about that.
The facts speak for themselves, Watson. The key that unlocks Arnson's cupboard is the signet ring he customarily wears on his right hand. There was the very same severed by one of his kidnappers when the poor man clung to the bush we saw on the way to the bayou. It so happens that raccoons are attracted by carrion and also are quite taken by shiny objects. No doubt one has made off with our missing hand and its ring. I noticed their tracks nearby, and no doubt they have a nest in this area. Find the raccoons, and we find our hand.
As
I
you
believe
put
that
it,
was in the
it
book.
seems quite obvious, Holmes.
It's
Watson.
simplicity itself. But now
It's so
we
nice
need
to see
place
you
some
in the
bait
shot
so
for
the
a
little
change.
fellow will come out and take us back to his den.
Seriously, all I was seeing in the shots was that. Why am I seeing this? It's empty shot. Okay, so first off, I asked we need to track the raccoon. It was around this area. Oh, it's a little pause.
I need something.
What do you need? Oh, something to attract it, I suppose. Well, they're attracted to carrion. I bet that rotten ham would be good.
I'm going to set this outside to attract the little devil.
The little devil. Set it outside. He just instantly... That raccoon took teleportation lessons from Watson, I guess. Oh, and remember the book said they also live in high areas
Watson,
because
there's
snakes.
the nest. It's on the roof above the balcony.
Sweet. Let's go upstairs. To the balcony. I bet, if nothing else, we should be able to stand on that little bench that's out there. Was it a bench or a lawn chair? Yeah, it was a bench. Oh. Won't let me do anything. I bet I build a ladder. I bet that's what we're supposed to do. Let's go back through Arneson's bedroom. You know, this is a big house to only have one real bedroom. I mean, I know Davy's bedroom's there and Ashmat's is there, but like, you know, just to have the others just be servant bedrooms. He must not have a family or anything. That's kind of sad. I hope him and Lucy end up together, but I really get the feeling that he's probably dead. If I just had to take a stab in the dark. I had nails here somewhere. Ah, there.
This should prove useful.
What a good horsey. You just keep drinking that. You're feeling better all the time, buddy. Okay, so... Yeah, I mean, I just... Arneson seems like a cool guy. I'm also a firearm enthusiast. I think that's pretty cool. Lucy seems like a nice person. She's just in a really bad situation, a really bad circumstance, you know. Basically, seems like she sort of borrowed money from a pimp and couldn't pay it back, so she had to, you know, be pimped out to pay her debts. I mean, I can't hold that against her, really. It's not like she's doing it on purpose or anything. Arneson wants to get her out of it. Seems like he's a nice guy. Oh my gosh! Sorry, the music just made it seem like I should act really scared.
Excuse me, madam. I'm merely passing by with no wish to disturb you, although I'm sure you found Mr. Arneson to be a man of good taste.
Holmes. Holmes, it's terrible. Why would you say that? Oh my goodness, that's just a terrible thing to say. Wow, the person next door has like nothing in their backyard. Doesn't even have a back door. So we got... oh, wait, hold on. I gotta go to the safe. What am I doing? Of course, obviously. Okay. Woo. Oh, they're just like blacked out. I wish you could see details.
What a splendid weapon.
It looks
Indeed,
beautiful.
It'll be of great advantage in the swamp.
It looks beautiful, but I wish we could have seen it here. Also, it really should be like 3 times bigger in that gun shelf
Here's what we need to buy a boat.
cabinet. Alrighty. I think that's everything.
Watson, we must inspect this place carefully and leave no stone unturned. We have little time.
I guess that is not time to go. Okay, so there's spent rounds. Okay, I get the idea. He shoots through the eye, it goes through the hole, it hits in here, and this collects the bullet casings. He says it takes a true hunter to get in because only a true hunter could make such an accurate shot. I get that. But look over here. The eye, I mean, it's easily, I don't know, twice as high as Holmes is. Look at this. I can't see up here. How are you supposed to aim? I know he says Arneson's a large man. Holmes and him could not be more than 2 feet apart because Holmes, let's work on the assumption he's roughly an average of maybe, 6 feet tall. So Arneson, let's say he's 7 foot tall. Let's say he was a giant for that time period. There's still no way he was able to aim any kind of accurate with that and shoot a perfectly straight shot that would land it in that little tray. Just wouldn't happen, Watson. It wouldn't happen. Arneson is a filthy cheater who just likes to brag. That's all. Also, if you shot a gun in this room, it's so small, it would probably deafen you unless you're shooting like a 22. And even then, you're going to have some worries. But I don't know, maybe he's a 1800s hunter. Maybe he just doesn't care.
You should have listened to me, Mr. Holmes, and gone back on your boat.
It's the sheriff. Quickly, load the rifle, Holmes.
No, Watson.
What?
Forget the gun and see to the ladder, and quickly.
Watson, why is your solution to shoot law enforcement?
No, Watson. Forget the gun and see to the ladder, and...
Okay. Jeez Louise, Watson's first response is, oh my gosh, it's the sheriff. Let's shoot him down, boys. Good golly. Watson. Want to make sure that we can never come back to America again? That's a good idea.
Let's go, Watson, to the port.
Oh, can we actually go now? Because when I try to teleport, every time I try to teleport, you stop me, and it ends up badly for us. Also, they could have totally shot us from there. Especially with the angle we were running at, they could have totally got us. Okay, I guess we go to Mr. Shimpiganaganig. Shimpiganaganig. Can I buy a boat now?
Have we enough to buy a boat, sir?
For sure.
Excellent. Could you tell us the best way to reach the swamp area nearest to the rich parish?
That's simple enough for any fool. Sail along
Well, I
the
am a
river
fool,
crook and keep
so.
close to the shore.
There is one last service you can do for us. The boat from which we disembarked is scheduled to leave tomorrow for Europe. Could you take a message to the crew for us? We may need for them to hold their departure until 8 o'clock in the morning.
Will do.
And
Thank
one
you.
last thing. How may we identify Old Sam's racks from any others?
Old Sam's racks be marked with blue and white tops.
Subtitle said ropes, he said tops. But I understand, listen. Old Sam, he could like to mark his boobies and whatever he
Now,
wants.
Watson, let's explore this swamp.
Just, I don't want to judge old Sam. He could like big racks, small racks, racks in blue, racks in white. Every level of this game is so beautiful. It's so atmospheric. Holmes, you're going to tip the boat over. Okay, we're going to stop here at the swamp. I want to come back to this sooner than last time, but we're going to take a break here. Oh, so pretty. I'm so excited. But I really do have to stop. I'm running up on recording time. So thank you, everybody, for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Woo, it's getting exciting.